Hi everybody, this is Gail. It's Friday. I'm at the end of my day. I'm sure you guys have Fridays like this too, but I need to get this video out. So I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. I wanted to go over just quickly on the literature review table that's due this next week, Wednesday night by midnight. And it's a little bit more straightforward than the others. It is a lot of work though. So what it is about is you are going to fill out this literature review table. There's a template there. I can give you a hint that it's easier to fill out if you change your view of your paper to okay, so usual is portrait. Sorry, my brain cells aren't connecting here on the end of a Friday. The regular view that you have of a paper is portrait, right? It's like this. The long way is this way, right? So if you turn it around and your long way is this way, you have more room for the table. Now this takes a little bit of doing because you still have to format your paper correctly. So your title page is in portrait type of formatting or view. And then your next page, when you start in the table, you're going to turn it around. So what you do is you do a from here on the formatting. So you're going to do, start on this page using this format where your table is going to run long ways. You can do it the other way, but you really are short on space. So I suggest turning it around so your table runs long ways on the table. Then that's pretty much it. You're going to fill out the table. It is pretty self-explanatory. I put out already there an example of it. You are going to, it says, gather a minimum of 10 current peer-reviewed journal articles, and this says they must be newer than 5 years old. Now, I agree with that. I do. There are times when it's a little bit hard to find articles. And so if you're really having a hard time, I will allow for some that are 10 years old, but do not go beyond that. Certainly anything beyond 10 years is way too old to be using, and I much prefer the 5 years. So I'll definitely be looking that yours are predominantly the 5 years or newer. If you have one or two that are the 10 years or so, just nothing older, okay? So you're going to fill out this whole table, and it is going to have you taking a closer look at your literature review to see what articles are truly helpful, what they're looking at, what is the take on them, what type of studies they are, things like that. You may find in this exercise the articles that truly meet what you're trying to do now that you're refining your PICO question, and which ones maybe you need to toss out and find better articles, okay? This is going to be a spin-off a bit for next week's assignment, or next week's assignment is a spin-off on it. Next week, you're going to be doing a summary type of version of these same articles. So you will be doing a summary of each, and then on next week's paper, I believe you're doing also the PICO template again, where you're going to tell how you have changed or altered your PICO as you've gotten more knowledge through your literature review. Maybe you're not finding any articles and you've had to change your project a little bit and change your PICO. So that's where that'll come into play. So go forth and do the best you can. I think on this that since your references are all within the table, I don't think that you have to do a reference page. You certainly can. That is fine. I don't take off a lot of points if you don't. And I am looking here to see if it even requires a reference page. Documentation sources should be presented using APA formatting guidelines. So it does say to do a reference page, which is fine. You'll use it over and over in your papers for the articles that you keep. So you'll kind of have a growing reference list. By the time you get to the end of this project, to the final project, you're probably going to have 20 or more references. So it certainly grows as you go. I'm hoping that you start to feel more comfortable with this and your subject matter after this week. It is a bit of a journey because this is all new for you, and I totally understand that. I'll be grading your papers this weekend, at the latest Monday. I have some homework this weekend too, so it may push a little bit to Monday, but I'll get it done. I'm giving you detailed feedback on that through Lobswrite, as well as the rubric, and I'll give you instructions on how to access that Lobswrite document if you haven't done that before. This weekend, you can certainly text, you can call me. If I have missed your call, I noticed I think one of them that came like after 7:30, and I usually turn off my phone around 7 at night. So just text me and ask me your question, or ask me to call you back the next day, and I'll be glad to do that. I hope you guys are doing well, and God bless you. Take care so much. Bye-bye.